Dating in your 30s. You got women complaining about how bad it is dating in your 30s. They're saying they did the work on themselves. They did everything they were supposed to do. They were the boss girl. They went to college. They're working a great career, but still they can't find any man that's on their level. They're trying to look for a man who makes more money, who matches them. They've done the work. They're in therapy, but still, the dating market is trash. The dating market is trash because of you. You women keep on thinking that you have all this time to find somebody on your level. You think you can get a better option, but that's not how life works. The dating market is trash because you guys keep on thinking you can do better. I get it. You make money. Congratulations that you make money. You bought your first house, blah, 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 but it's not a man's job to save you. The clock is ticking. You're trying to rush and get married and have kids. You want to have some babies, right? Why is a man going to have a baby with you when he can get with some younger woman who's got her youth, beauty? She don't got that much baggage. You got all this baggage from previous relationships. You're in your 30s now. You let all these guys run through you. You're tired of getting banged out in news. You're tired of getting pumped and dumped by all these random men. You're able to have sex with these guys who match your income, but they're not really taking you seriously. You're letting these guys hit it and quit it, but you're so tired. You refuse to lower your standards. You say, I'm not going to lower my standards. I'd rather just be alone. Be alone. All these boss chicks keep on saying that the dating market is trash. The dating market is so trash, you need to be alone. It's a you problem. It is not possible that you spent your entire 20s and you weren't able to find one good dude to settle down with. You found him, but you overlooked him. He wasn't as tall as you wanted him to be. You weren't that attracted to him. He wasn't making enough money for you because you were on your boss girl shit. You overlooked these guys. You overlooked one guy who was meant for you, but you wanted to do you. It's not a man's fault why the dating market is trash. You overplayed your hand. You stayed in the dating market for too long. Now all the good ones are taken. All the good women who are genuine good women, who are extraordinary women, they're taken. The dating market is just filled with leftover women who bring no value to a man's life. A man doesn't care how much money you make. A man doesn't care that you bought your house. And a man does not give a shit that you're a boss girl. All that boss chick shit, how's it working out for you? It got you nowhere. It didn't get you the man you wanted because even though you're successful, you're alone. You don't have no one to share it with. You're so focused on finding a guy who matches my income. That's your main focus. And still you're coming up short. But men are doing good. We're fine just being by ourselves, or we're getting with younger women. Women who are not a headache. It's very difficult to date a woman in her 30s, 40s. You guys are so problematic. You guys keep on complaining about the littlest thing. Men are the issue. No, you are the issue. It's not men's fault. It's not our fault that you can't find the guy that you want. Dating in your 30s sucks because of you. The dating market is just filled with all these leftover women who bought this boss girl shit mentality. And it's gotten you nowhere but alone. It's not a man's fault that your dating life sucks. Take accountability. Your dating life sucks because of you. You are the common denominator. You are the main reason your dating life sucks. It's not the man's fault. You are a problem. No matter what relationship you go to, no matter what city you move to, you are still the problem. It's not a man's fault. These women go to TikTok and they go to the internet for therapy. They keep on complaining about how bad the dating market is because they are desperate. They are so desperate to find somebody. They're getting older. They know that they're not going to have as much leverage as they did when they were younger. It's not a man's fault why you can't find nobody. Men are doing fine without you. We're not desperate to have kids like you are. We're not desperate to get married like you are. Dating in your 30s sucks because of you. Let's watch this video.
I go on one more date, if I have one more encounter with a man in his early 30s telling me that what he's looking for is a hustler, that he's looking for a queen to build an empire with, to be hustling for the next 5 years, I'm officially tapping out, because what y'all don't get is us.
Well, one, I would say, first of all, if you're in your 30s, 40s, you shouldn't be looking for a woman to build with. Just have your stuff together, because you don't want to be relying on a woman for nothing. Again, women are not trying to be with no man. They want you to have all your stuff together. They want to wait at the finish line until you are successful. So the men that she's meeting guys who don't got their shit together because that's what she attracts. And that's probably what she qualifies for. But as a man, you shouldn't be trying to build with a woman. Just have your stuff together as a man. Build it on your own because you don't need a woman for nothing. Women bring no value to a man's life. You already know this.
Girlies in our early 30s, we've been hustling. We fell victim to the girl boss shit, and we was girl bossing for the last decade. We went to school.
And for the last decade, you've been ran through. You've been pumped and dumped. You believe this girl boss shit, and look at you now. You're on TikTok complaining about why you can't find nobody. The issue is you. It's not men. You don't qualify for that. Men don't give a shit about how much what you have. Okay, you're a girl boss. Okay, fine. What else do you bring to the table? You're a girl boss, but are you good in bed? Probably not. You probably just sit there like a dead fish, right? You're not. Okay, so you're whack in bed. Personality wise, you have a shitty ass personality. I don't want to wake up to you every single morning because you're annoying. You probably don't look that good without makeup, right? So all these issues you keep on pushing it towards the man, but you got to look in the mirror and ask yourself, the type of man I want, do I qualify for that? And more than likely, the answer is no. That's why you're in this situation. Don't complain about the girl boss shit. You fed into it. You bought it. You lived that life. Now that you make all this money, you don't need a man for nothing. Just focus on you and build by yourself. You already got money. You're a girl boss. You're so successful. What the fuck do you need a man for? You are the man you want. So just be alone.
We started our businesses. We bought houses. We've been doing this shit on our...
Yeah, you bought houses, but it's so expensive to pay for everything on your own. That's why you want a man to be splitting the bills. It's very expensive to pay for a mortgage, property tax, all that. A lot of these women who bought their homes, they have home buyer's regret right now because all these bills are piling up. They didn't really do their research on buying their first home. If you don't have any extra money to pay for the upkeep of that house, you're going to be drowning in debt and you're going to be living paycheck to paycheck. So she bought into this girl boss shit, but now she needs help with paying for this house. So this woman's going to ask you to move into her house. Your name won't be on shit, but she needs you to pay for the mortgage. Don't fall for that shit. Pussy ain't that good to be paying for to help pay for somebody's mortgage. Hell no. Don't fall for that. They created this problem and they need to deal with this. Don't save these hoes in 2026. Do not save these girl bosses in 2026. Focus on you. And I'm proud of you, man, for not falling into this shit because they are the root of their own problems.
Oh, we've been on our independent woman shit. And
if you're so independent, you don't need a man. Be alone. Women need men more than we need them. And they don't even fucking realize that because we are okay being by ourselves or just having a rotation of women that we're just banging through with no commitment. It's women who can't live that lifestyle. Because every time a woman fucks somebody, they usually catch feelings. Us men, we can have unemotional sex and keep it going. Not these women. That's why she's getting tired of being pumped and up because she's catching feelings for these guys that she's letting run through her. But now she wants to settle down. She'll probably find a simp, but she ain't gonna respect him, and she's gonna be miserable in that marriage.
You talking to me about hustling another 5 years? My mans, I'm trying to have some babies. I'm trying to have some...
Yeah, but we're not trying to have babies with women who are in their 30s, who are at a high risk pregnancy. So I'm going to have a baby with your old ass and what the complications of that and stuff. I want a nice, healthy baby. So in that case, I'd rather have a baby with a young woman, not no woman who's in her goddamn 30s, where I got to pay for IVF because you're old ass eggs. Men aren't doing that shit. You are the problem. You waited too damn long. You're in the dating scene for too damn long. There is no value getting with a woman in her fucking 30s. No way.
Babies, and you want me out here working too and hustling? You got me fucked up.
I had posted on my Snapchat.
And the reason all this shit, yeah, she probably dates hood niggas. That's why she probably acts like that. She's been pumped and dumped. And she is a representation of these guys she's been with. That's why she's so frustrated and mad. When a woman lets all these guys run through her, and then women can lie to you and say they use protection. Most women are not using protection. They're letting all this DNA get inside them. And they start to act like the guys they were fucking. So all those bad traits in these men that she attracted, she's going to have these bad traits in her because she let all these dudes run through her. And now in her 30s, she's so desperate to find someone. She's so desperate to have kids. No, why would someone have kids with you when they could just get a nice young 25-year-old woman who don't got that much baggage like you do? A woman in her 30s probably got so much baggage. She probably got student loans she ain't paying on. She's in credit card debt. All that mileage on her from sleeping around. And she's a girl boss, right? They're not telling how much debt she's in just from her business alone. So don't fall for that, fellas.
Yesterday that I actually really like dating in my 30s because I feel like when I was dating in my 20s, I was just always going with the flow, and the flow always led me down a river of hell. So now that I'm older and I know what I want and I don't really have time to waste, not that I don't have time to waste, like I don't have time to waste, but I don't also want to waste my time. And I was telling my friend yesterday, I was like, I need to leave at the first sign of a red flag. And he's like, yeah, bitch, you be pissing me off with some of the stuff you let these dirty ass dogs do to you. I'm like, all right, you didn't have to go. Like, you did not have to do that. Like, spare me, bitch. Like, but I was talking to this guy, or anytime I talk to a guy, like, I'm not gonna lie, it is a little bit scary bringing up, like, I want kids, I want marriage. Like, I'm ready to be a mom, I'm ready to be a wife. But I feel like, number one, I'm so big on I'm not going to miss what's meant for me. And what one person won't do, another one will. So if I tell...
Fellas, pay attention to this. Women in their 30s are desperate as fuck. They want to find somebody because they've been ran through. All these people run through them. They had their fun. They had their hot girl summer. But now they're ready to settle down because they're getting old as fuck. Don't fall for that.
You like, and that's the thing too. Like, I've always been like, well, when do you have that conversation? Like, when do you have the conversation of, I want to get married, I want to have kids? But to me, like, I'd rather get it out the way right now, because if you tell me like, oh, I'm not ready for kids right now, like, oh, I don't want to get married, like, I could find somebody who's ready right now. Like,
but men are not ready to have kids with you because you're in your fucking 30s. I can find someone, no, you're on the fucking internet complaining about your dating life. If your dating life was so good, you would not be on TikTok. You wouldn't be making TikToks like that. So that's for everybody. When you see women complaining and shit on TikTok, their dating life is going to shit. That's why they're complaining so much. It's not that easy to find someone to settle down with. That's why she's in this predicament right now. When you first meet someone and you're in a rush to just tell me I'm ready for kids and marriage, that is a turnoff. Take time to get to know somebody. But one, shit, ain't no one gonna take her seriously. I know I ain't taking nobody seriously in their 30s. I'm just gonna have fun and that's it. But to settle down and have kids, sweetheart, you probably overlooked so many guys in your past. And she probably reached back out to these dudes, but these dudes are probably locked down or they just don't give a fuck. They probably see no value in this woman.
Like, I can't wait. Like, for what? Like, bitch, I'm already like, oh, like the fuck.
I know, and it's your fucking fault. It's not these guys' fault that you're old, that you waited so long. That's on you. So I feel like for her, it's just like you rushing, you're trying to meet a guy on a rush to settle down with. That's not how men work. It's not. She's very delusional. Women her age are very fucking delusional. Just because you're in a rush to get married, that doesn't mean these men are as well. So.
I think it's so interesting because I'm not afraid to say, like, yeah, I want kids. You want kids? Yeah, I want marriage. Like, you trying to marry me? Like, I posted the other day about, like, all these, like...
When women are this desperate, it's just, oh my God, men can have fun with this. When you are that desperate, all a guy gotta do is lie to her ass, hit it a couple of times and kick her to the curb. Just lie to her, be like, yeah, I want kids. Men have fun with desperate women like this.
Dating requirements that I have, like if you want to marry me and stuff. And a lot of people are saying like, oh, it's nice that you know what you want. Like, these are all very simple, doable things. And it's like, you guys ask like I'm asking you to like take me to go meet the fucking queen. Like, you act like like, I don't want to be with somebody who can't do that shit anyways for me. Okay, the fuck? It's nice dating in your 30s with intentions. Because like I said, in my early 20s, I was like, yeah, we can just go with the flow. And then 3 months later, it'd be like, what are we? And they'd be like, we the best music, you know, like... It just never was. You know what it never was? That's serious. But yeah,
I could tell she's been ran through by a bunch of hood dudes too. I could tell she's been ran through. And she's starting to act like them too. But yeah, sweetheart, you don't got no leverage in your 30s when you date. It's like you keep on saying I could find someone who wants marriage, but you can't. I could just trade your old ass in for a young girl. One red flag with you, my patience is very low. I've cut women off for way less than this shit. So she has no leverage in the dating market whatsoever. She's old. She's desperate to have kids. Who the fuck wants to rush and have kids with her?
dating in your 30s is a whole new ballpark. Like, there was this audio trending when it was like, yeah, I like you. What's up? Like, you like me? Like, let's do this. Like, no time to waste in my 30s, baby girl. You trying to marry me or what? Today. Take me to the courthouse today, motherfucker.
I might not get married. I think this was a year where I had to be honest with myself in that I might not find my person. I might not have the family that I thought I was going to have. And
I'm glad that she came to this conclusion that she ain't gonna find her person. Hey, at least you're being honest with yourself. I'm glad that she doesn't have a hope strategy. I'm glad that she's not living in la la land. She came to the realization that she ain't gonna find nobody. And I think most women need to come to this realization, because due to them waiting so goddamn long and having all this mileage, they ain't gonna find nobody.
I think compared to last year, I have dialed back a lot of my first dates, mainly because I went on so many bad first dates last year. I went on over 30 first dates and I didn't really learn anything. It didn't really amount to anything.
So she went on 30 first dates. They didn't amount to nothing. She didn't take it seriously. The fact that you went on 30 first dates and you weren't able to find nobody, that's a you problem. And I get it. This woman, in your eyes, she may not be a 10 out of 10, right? But you see how a woman like this can get 30 first freaking dates? The dating market is cooked. And average women have the upper hand because of this shit like this. But she went on 30 first dates. Well, how the hell weren't you able to find anybody on 30 first dates?
I already know what I want out of a partner as far as shared values and interests. And so it wasn't as though there were a lot of learnings from going on all these dates. It was mainly just for amusement. Mainly for you guys. I think this was the year where, one, I didn't have enough time to go on dates because life has been lifing, but this is a year where I sort of came to terms with the fact that it might not happen for me because it doesn't happen for everyone.
The dating market is so trash, and it's like it's just filled with a bunch of leftover fucking women. I don't want to pay full price for a used car, and I thought that is what the dating market is. Bunch of leftover ass women who bring no fucking value but mileage, all that mileage on you. I'm pretty sure she went on 30 first dates. She probably fucked 10 out of 30. That's a lot of first dates. And then she wasn't satisfied with any of them.
I know there are plenty of women or plenty of people who don't find their partner and who don't want to settle, and so they never marry. As much as I would want to find the right person for me, and as much as I was hopeful that I am, I have to start being honest with myself, because again, not everyone just because someone wants to get married doesn't mean that they will.
And this woman, she came to the conclusion, because she's been single for a while, when you've been pumped and dumped for so long, and it gets to you, you just say, fuck it. I keep on attracting the wrong dudes who pump and dump me. The guys I really want, the guy she really wants, who's probably on her level financial wise, he don't want her. He don't want to settle down with her. He just sees her as entertainment, that's it. And it's getting to her. She's like, fuck it, I ain't got shit to offer. I may just be alone. Like, get you a dog, a cat. That's what you should do. Get you a dog, a cat. Because the way it is, the type of guy she wants, he don't want her. And that's the reality for a majority of women in the dating market.
And I'm not in a position where I would ever want to settle just so I can be married and have children. That's not what I would do. And
I'm so tired. I'm sorry, but I'm just so tired of women talk about the settling shit. They don't ever realize that most men are settling for them. Especially when they're in their 30s. They're just settling for yo ass, not the other way around.
rather never marry. And And so this was a year where I started to envision what my life would look like if I were to, never get married. It is slightly a depressing thought because a part of me is starting to mourn the life that I thought I would have. And I'm not saying that I'm giving up or that I'm not going to find him, but I think I am starting to be a little bit more realistic. And so I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to spend my time and what I'm going to be doing. And so I've been traveling a lot more and doing more solo travels. And I have been really getting invested more in my hobbies and doing hobbies that aren't just in my apartment, right? Taking Spanish lessons outside. I've been working out a lot more. And I guess all that is to say that maybe I won't actually find my person, but I'm still hoping that I will.
Yeah, she ain't gonna find it. Because her standards are so high, she refused to settle, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you refuse to settle, just be prepared to be alone, because she ain't got no goddamn leverage in the dating scene. And these are her results. She's been on the dating market for too long. You went on fucking 31st dates, you couldn't find nobody. You're the problem, not these men. Majority of these women who are single in their 30s, 40s, they are the freaking problem, not these men. But men are waking up. They're not dealing with this shit. So the dating market is cooked, bro. Dating in your 30s sucks for these women. But I feel like for men, it's pretty chill, laid back because we don't really need much. Men save so much money by not dating, by not wasting the money on women and shit. We can just have a rotation of women we're not committed to sleep around and do us. But if you want to get into a relationship, if you want to get married, fine. I'm all for that if that's going to make you happy. But your best bet is to go younger. If you want to get married, marry a woman younger than 30. Hopefully she doesn't have that much baggage. Hopefully she's not ran through by then. But these women who are in their 30s, they got so much baggage, man. All that mileage on them. They're not over their ex. Their ex got their heart. And it ain't going to be you, bro. Their ex has their heart, not you. So let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I'll holla at y'all. Peace.